Welcome once more to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. As usual, we're bringing to you the best of books, two books that are very highly recommended, two new fiction titles. The first one is A Gambling Man by David Baldacci. That is published by Grand Central Publishing, and it retails for $37. It's no secret that David Baldacci is one of my favorite authors. He has created so many great series. My favorite series of his of all time is The Camel Club. He stopped that series about 8 or 9 years ago, and I keep hoping that he will bring this series back because it is definitely my favorite. But in the meantime, David Baldacci has created some great series of characters. The latest is the Aloysius Archer series, which you will find in A Gambling Man. Aloysius Archer is an inspiring private investigator. He was a veteran of the Second World War, and he was in jail. Did things that he shouldn't have. So actually the book is set in the 1950s, so that's why it's close to the end of the Second World War. And so he wants to go out to California to meet this man, Willie Dash, who's one of the best private investigators in the city. So on the way there, he stops in Las Vegas, and he meets a showgirl there, Liberty Callahan. But actually, before he meets the showgirl, he meets a man who's by the name of Bobby H., and he wants Aloysius to be his bodyguard for the night. Well, Aloysius turns him down and goes to the casino. And he meets Liberty, like I said, and he wins some money there. So when he comes out with Liberty, he sees Aloysius is being threatened by some thugs. So he comes to Bobby H's aid, and he sends the thugs a-running. And so Bobby H makes a business transaction. He sells Aloysius his 1939 Delahaye convertible. So he heads out with Liberty, going to California to meet Willie Dash, and so they do make it. But the thugs that were behind the beating of Bobby H., they decide to head out to California too, and so it's an interesting confrontation. But Willie Dash tries to teach Aloysius the subtle ways of being a top private investigator, and there's a lot of action, a lot of thrills, murders too, which it wouldn't be a mystery book without some murders. And David Baldacci, in this 1950s style thriller, writes in the style of the classic noir series of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So it's almost like you've stepped back in time, and he channels the 1950s beautifully. So if you're looking for a different kind of book that's set in the 1950s and a different kind of hero in Aloysius Archer, you can't go wrong with this book. So once again, A Gambling Man is something to gamble on. It's a great read, one you will not be disappointed with at all. The second book of note is Girl A by Abigail Dean. This is published by Viking, and it retails for $36. This is a debut novel, and debut novels are always something readers anticipate because it's a new voice in the literary world, one that we are sure will be around for quite some time to come. Girl A is a difficult book to read, not because it's badly written, but because of the subject matter. In it, a young girl, Alexandra Lex Gracie, and her 4 siblings have been kept pretty well prisoner in the home of their parents. The parents start out well, but as time progresses, they become nasty, dark, and very evil. And the children are basically isolated from everyone else. They're kept in the home, clocks are taken off the wall, the windows are sealed up, so the children really have no idea of what day it is, what time it is, or what is going on in the outside world. And this continues for several years until Alexandra decides they have to get away. and she has been practicing for so long how to get away. And so the day that they do escape, they go out to the real world and they make it out there, and they basically, or she tells someone, we've been held hostage. Well, the day that the children escape, the father, he commits suicide. So the mother is, of course, caught. She is sent to prison for many years, and she dies there. So Alexandra / Lex is left the house in the will, and she wants to do something positive with it. I know it's a house of horrors, and she wants to, create something positive from an absolutely horrible experience. So the book basically is told in separate chapters, each of the children, what they were doing, how they coped in the past and how they are coping present day. It's very psychological in places, but it is showing that a positive has come out of something so atrocious that it gives the children nightmares. So Girl A is definitely a book that you should seek out if you're looking for a very complex story about a horrible act and how the children many years down the road recovered. So those are the two books that I wanted to bring to your attention. Hopefully you will seek them out when you head to your bookstore. So as always, please do send me your comments, positive, negative. I'm always looking for ideas for future video presentations as well. So as always, I say stay social distancing, stay well, stay safe, stay sane, and stay in touch. Bye for now.